Gaz, who needs Neymar, Mbappe, Cavani when you got Young and Fellaini?
Mate, I can't believe it. Like, they were the two men of the match, weren't they, really? Both of them, man. Incredible. Fellaini was like he was on beak all game. Dead impressed, mate. Pogba going off and seeing Fellaini replace him. You've sort of got your head in your hands a little bit. But, mate, it was...
Did you fear the worst?
Performance. Not necessarily fear the worst, because he's done all right, and let's face it, in his past few games. But... you know, when you've got a player like Pogba, who is undoubtedly world class, and then you have Fellaini coming on, you do think it's going to affect us massively. And today, he did what Pogba does, and more, and even more. He was class.
He was absolutely class today. Fellaini got a goal. He set us on the way as well from the cross up from Ashley Young. Were you surprised to see Youngie starting?
I was very surprised to see him starting, although I was wondering where he was going. I was wondering what the plan. I know I do, don't I? I always do.
Poor kid, he didn't even want to be on.
No. It's because his coat matches my hair. No, but yeah, what were you saying? Ashley Young, yeah, surprised to see him starting a little bit, but not necessarily disappointed to see him, because I wanted to see what he could do. And today, mate, he was dynamite. He's not, let's face it, I guess you could call him a modern right back, but he's not really a right back. He can't. His defensive position at times.
I think that's why it was put into the team, because we seem to work Lukaku down that right-hand side quite a lot. Yeah. Ashley Young getting down there. Do you think maybe he was brought in for his delivery?
He kept trying it, didn't he? That ball across to the right-hand side where Lukaku would run onto it. But yeah, without doubt, that was the main reason he's in there, for his crossing ability and for what he can do there. Howson wants to slag him off all the time, saying he's not got a good cross on him. But even throughout the Moyes and Van Gaal seasons, at times when Ashley Young kept swinging him in, thought they were going towards the right place. Just weren't enough men in there. Now we have the men to get on the end of it, and we're seeing goals there. So, mate, I was buzzing with his performance. I thought it was great. I'm not going to come out here and say he should be starting every game, because he's not. He's a good squad player, same as Marouane Fellaini. And if Jose utilises them in that way, which he has done, and plays them in games like today where they can show what they can do, then happy days, mate. Then we will actually see them performing to their best ability.
Marcus Rashford, boy from Wivenshaw, scores on his debut in the Premier League, Europa League, England debut, Champions League debut.
What England under 21 debut, he got on hat trick as well.
I think when he popped his cherry, it was with a porn star.
Wouldn't surprise me, mate. Yeah, mate. Yeah, dynamite. I think today, funnily enough, I don't.
Superman just went past him.
I've not seen the replay of his goal at the end there. I just saw it in front of me, but it looked like he scuffed it.
So we all went, oh, like it was going over.
So even when he tries to miss, he scores. He's fucking magic, mate. I'm a big fan, and he is like everyone here sort of feels. He's like your mate, isn't he, or your little brother or something that you want to like protect, not let people give stick. But there's no reason to get on his back at all yet. What I'm scared about is something that will probably happen towards the end of this season when he gets a few more England games and starts playing. Then you get the press massively jumping on him. No doubt they'll find some frigging distant relative who robbed some sweets from Woolworths once, and they'll try and pin that on him, and they'll come up with every way possible to ruin him.
Well,
but mate, if he's United and he's got Jose's protection, man, and these fans there, if he stays there, mate, he's going to be even more dynamite than he is now.
We all agree United are greater than England, so we don't need to be worrying about England and their little problems.
World champions twice.
So Marcus Rashford, we've spoken about him. How are you feeling about the Champions League overall? Is it one of our? Do you think it should be our priority? Is it one of the priorities? Do you not care? Is it just like one of those seasons we're back in it? Let's enjoy it.
You know what, mate? People might say I'm a bit of a hypocrite here, because I've said in the past, like, Arsenal fans, what is the point of getting into the Champions League every year if you're just going to be going out in the quarterfinals? However, if that was the case and we were getting in the Champions League every single year and going out in the quarterfinals, then I'd be disappointed. But with it being our first time back in it now, let's just have a good run in it, man. Let's just get to the quarters and just see what happens, and just. As long as we're not embarrassing ourselves out there, I feel like this is a competition that we can do okay in. But it has to be all on the league this season. Has to be all.
I know we don't like to get carried away here, but Marouane Fellaini, 1-0 in the Champions League. He put us up 1-0. First goal in his first game in the Champions League. Good start to him getting the Ballon d'Or, right?
I was wondering where you were going with that. Mate, I tell you what, if that ever happens, I'll dab on camera.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Cheers, Gaz.
Nice one, bro.
Who was your man of the match?
Young. I bet everyone's going to say Fellaini, so I'll just be contrarian and say Young.
Nice one. Love being an hipster.
Happy days.